Shalom Yasharala. I want to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord, into edifying and feeds the lamb and sheep of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to also give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and who rule well. I want to give peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there pushing the word to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. And peace and blessings also to you hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect. And once again, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord willing to feed you lemon sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Now we're going to go into this article a brother had posted it, and I just want to go into it through the spirit, man. It's called The Times of Israel, and it was published November the 22nd, 2022, the year of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai turning up. It says the New York governor signs anti-hate crime bill days after the synagogue attacked foiled. You know what I'm saying? And we already know what this is going to lead to, man. It's going to lead to persecution and famine of the word, because it says anti-hate, and everything we teach according to the scriptures is anti them niggas, man. Anti the small hats. Everything we teach is against them. They're not the real Jews. They have the Duke of Edom, Amalek. They were Edomites, so-called white men. You know what I'm saying? And when we teach, it's already hate speech what we teach. And it's only hate speech because there's universal deceit going on. You know what I'm saying? You know how I say, you got that saying, the truth is a menace when there's universal deceit. And so we got this devil that was given power to him to deceive the nations. He has this universal deceit going on. So when we bring out the truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, it's deemed as hate because he got universal deceit, you know. So I want to read a little bit of it. We jump to some scriptures, man, because this is just in New York, but it's pretty sure it will spread, man, because this is a part of this devil setting up that stage, and really it's Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Controlling this devil to do the will on the left hand side. So the Lord got this devil setting up that stage to where he could bring forth persecution and the famine of the word and be justified doing it. You know what I'm saying? He can't just roll in on the prophets of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna do it in a subtle, in a cunning way. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna paint just like he did with Yahweh Shai, man. No servant is greater than his master. Just like he painted a picture amongst Yahweh Shai to make him seem somebody that he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Suffering wrongfully, being persecuted. He's going to do the same thing to the ones that come in the same spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which are the elect. Hopefully we are part of that number. But it says law mandates hate crime prevention training station-wide tolerance campaign. Hochul, which is the new New York governor. It was Andrew Cuomo, before now it was this bitch. Hochul, no young Jewish boy should ever had to look over his shoulder as he's walking to a yeshiva. I'm reading some more. It says New York Jewish Week. Days after two men were arrested at Penn Station and charged with planning an attack on a synagogue, New York State Governor Kathy Hochul signed legislation meant to combat hate and bias crimes. You know what I'm saying? And it all was directed towards protecting the Jewish. Because that's the reason she passed it. So any anti-Semitic crimes. And then as the brothers all went through, Semitic is a made-up word. It's Shemitic. You know what I'm saying? But in other words, anybody that's doing crimes or doing anything that's going against the Jewish, going against the Duke of Edom, Amalek, is deemed hate. You know what I'm saying? It's a crime. This deemed as hate, man. It's a crime. It says the bills would require mandatory hate crime prevention training for individuals convicted of such crimes, as well as establish a statewide campaign around inclusion, tolerance, and diversity. We'll read a little bit more. We jump to some scriptures, man, because we know through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, this is this devil's way of This is his devil's way. Even with the bar close, the bar close, uh, uh, Israelite thing with IUIC. This is all part of this devil painting a facade amongst Israel. Cause we all under the same umbrella. That when Esau talks about Israelites, he don't say, "Oh, you got Israelites, you got the GMS camp, the Sakari camp, IUIC, HOI, HODC, GLCC, IUIC, ICPK." He don't say that. We all under the same umbrella, Israelites. And they call us the black Hebrew Israelites. That's what they call us. We're not the black Hebrew Israelites. But that's the umbrella we under. So anything he's going to push, we're going to be under that umbrella. And he's going to use those ones that he has, you know what I'm saying, those false prophets that he done set up. He's going to use them so he could roll in on the true prophets. Because he wants to get the ones that are pushing forth that real message. They saying stuff too. They might say you're Israelite and stuff like that, but they're not pushing forth the true gospel. But it's funny though, because even though Esau, by having them set up, the Lord still the Lord has them set up, because Esau ain't controlling shit. But you know, as he has his pawn, Esau set these false prophets up. With these false prophets, the Lord is going to bring the elect in, because they're going to hear because these false prophets. It is one thing we all have in common. We all have in common that the Israelites are the so-called black, Native American, and Latinos, and you're the chosen ones of the Bible speak of. So that's going to cause the elect to be drawn into that, man. You know what I'm saying? As Revelations 11 says, Romans 11 says, Israel hadn't obtained what is secret for, but the rest was blinded, but the election have obtained it, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be drawn to it just like every other Israelite is going to be drawn to it. But instead of them attaining that one's not understanding, it's going to be the elect that will. With those false camps, man. So, the Lord is bad. But let's jump to some scriptures, though. I ain't going to read too much. Really, the title said it all, and the little reading thing under it, I read it again. New York governor signs anti-hate crime bill days after synagogue attack foiled. Law mandates have crime prevention training. Session-wide tolerance campaign held true. No young Jewish boy should ever have to look over his shoulder as he's walking to a yeshiva. And I don't even know what that exactly is, a yeshiva. Well, we got some scriptures pulled up. You know what I'm saying? This is Luke chapter 6, verse. Actually, I want to start off with Revelation. You know what I'm saying? 12. Because this devil, he's coming. He's coming. He's gonna come down with great wrath. You know, Isaiah 55:17 speaks about how when the enemy should come in like the flood, the Lord should lift up a standard. So Esau's gonna come in like a flood, man. He's gonna come in. He's gonna, as the brothers will say, he's gonna inbound the ball. Is 0.1 second on the shot clock. He's just gonna chunk that bitch from the other side of the court. He's gonna do what it all means to push forth his new world order. The Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath. And who is the physical counterpart of this devil? Because it's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his physical counterpart. It said, it's come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And how does he know he has a short time? Let's get Revelation 11:11 real quick. Like you. I'm going to just type it in. Hold on, there we go. The devil understands that he has a short time because of the prophets have came. The devil understands that when we're up, when we join back with our power, why do you think they had a crafty counsel in Psalms 83 to keep us low? Because they understood when we got back connection and good graces with our power, they're through. There's Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, you know what I'm saying, 350 years, you know. And so after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of the Lord, Spirit of life from God, entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them, which Solomon, which goes into that Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? Goes into that Ezekiel. But it says after 3, you know, the dry bones, the dead, you know, that Spirit of life entered into them, and they flesh, bones, you know what I'm saying? That's the Israelites. it says, instead stood upon their feet in great fear fell upon their soul. And you know what I'm saying? The nations are feared too, but the main one is the ruler of this earth. Pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And the wicked being the physical counterpart of the devil, Esau, Edom, pursuant to Malachi 1:4, man. You should call him the border of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So, by that being said, you know what I'm saying, the devil's coming down with great wrath. So he said, the Lord has his devil setting up a stage for persecution because eventually the devil going to come down on the prophets, man. There's prophecy. And we see how things moving, man. We're in the last two prophecies, market of MOTV. I almost said it, MOTV, World War III. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many prophecies left. You know. But, that being said, that persecution has to come. Because before Yahushua, you know what I'm saying, fully got crucified, he had to get persecuted and reviled. You know what I'm saying? He had to suffer wrongfully. You know? And I just want to pull out the description. And this is also, if we're getting persecuted, that's going to bring in the famine of the word. You know what I'm saying? So let me read this famine of the word real quick, because it's like only like one scripture. This is Amos 8:11. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord, thy power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So the Lord going to send a famine in the land of hearing his words. A famine means a scarcely, little to none. The only way we going to hear the words, the only way the word of the Lord going to be in the land will be by way of the prophets, because they will have the word of the Lord. But other than that, as far as us going out there and teach, since you didn't take heed unto the counsel of the Lord, that counsel won't be found in the time of need, which is in the time of need now. You know what I'm saying? That second Ezra 9 say it's in the time of need now to find the counsel of the Lord. It's in the time of need now, but you niggas despise the grace period. You loathe the law. It's in the time of need now, but you don't want to take heed unto it. So therefore, when it's gone, then you're going to want to take heed unto it. And then I'm reading again Amos 12. So like I'm reading Amos 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So they're going to be running, seeking. They're going to be seeking, man. You know what I'm saying? They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. In the time of their destruction, their calamity, in the time of their woe, which means destruction. So they was looking for the understanding of the scriptures, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man, because that was leadeth unto life. Because shit's gonna get bad, man. Shit's gonna get bad. So reading that, because we know that that's gonna usher in the famine word. This is Luke 6:22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when you shall and when they shall separate you from their company. And what's going to cause them to separate you from their company? The persecution, the false narrative that they're going to put on the Israelites. When I'm speaking about Israelites, the false narrative they're going to put on you. They're going to demonize you as something. They're going to demonize you, make you out to be something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? He's a thief. He's a rapist. He's this. He's that. He's a killer. It's going to make you out to look like something that you're not, so the devil can do what he wants to do to you, which is kill you, man. Which is kill you. This is like, and it says, shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. So they're going to cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. They can do all these things to you. Why? Because this devil, he's going to paint this picture on you. You know what I'm saying? The devil's going to paint this picture on you. It's going to make you have to look like something that you're not, just like this devil did Yahushua to crucify him. And really, you know how, the Lord laid his life down. You know what I'm saying? But it was a series of events that happened to make Yahushua look like, oh, he deserved a crucifixion. You know what I'm saying? It's a series of events. And this is why, man. This is John 15:18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And why does the world hate you? It hates the spirit that is in us. The spirit that is in us is against the spirit that is in them. Because the spirit of Yahweh Shai is in us, man. He hated Yahweh Shai. If the world loved Yahweh Shai, he'll be pushed at the forefront. They wouldn't. Because look who's in the rulership of the world right now. Job 90:24. This goes back to an ancient hatred, man. Back to Garden of Eden with Cain and Abel, which came back in reincarnation of Jacob and Esau. You know? Sheesh. It's an ancient hatred, man. They've always hated us. Ezekiel 35 speaks about that. How that has perpetual hatred. That hasn't hated blood. You know what I'm saying? The perpetual hatred, an everlasting hatred towards who? The Israelites. Speaking about Mount Seir, who's Mount Seir? Esau. Esau, Edom, so-called white man. He has perpetual hatred towards the Israelites. So we coming in that same state of the Israelites, specifically the standard of the Israelites being Yahweh Shai. We coming in that stead, they're gonna hate us too, man. It says, if you were of the world would love his own. But because you're not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Exactly. And why the world hates us? Because the spirit of Yahweh Shai become the same. Spirit of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy, become the same state of Yahweh Shai, man. It says, remember the word that I say unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And it says, exactly, no servant greater than his master. I was quoting it earlier. No servant greater than his master, man. They persecuted Yahweh Shai, they're going to persecute us, man. And that's just reading that article shows. Because they trying to protect the Jewish small hats from pretty much people like us. Us speaking out against them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're protecting them from. We're not going to roll in on those small hats and make an infantry and try to kill them niggas. Nah, the Lord's going to do that. The Lord's going to roll in on you small hats. He said he's going to make you come bow before his feet. So, in Revelation, says, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Exactly. And that's pretty much the point. Yeah. That's the point on that one, man. And then I want to get to 2 Timothy 3:12. That'll be the last scripture. Yea, all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushai shall suffer persecution. And let's just go into the word persecution before we end it off. Let's get it. We'll get it. Let's just go to John 15. And it's in the Greek. It says, Greek 137. Well, it's not 1377. It says diaco. It says to make, to run or flee, put to flight, drive away, to run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing, to return after, to press on freely of one who is a race, run swiftly. Did I go to the right word? Okay, there we go. It says to pursue in a hostile manner. They're going to persecute us. They're going to pursue us in a hostile manner in any way, where whatever, to harass, trouble, molest one, to persecute, to be mistreated, suffer persecution, or on account of something. Without the idea of hostility. So they're going to be hostile unto us. Hostile. Why? Because the spirit is in us, Yahweh Shai. And if they did that to Yahweh Shai, the same ones that was for persecuting Yahweh Shai, even though, you know what I'm saying, there was some elect in it. That's why the Yahweh Shai say they know what they not do. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some elect in there, but the ones that wasn't the elect, they back her today. They're back here today, man. And they're in the same spirit. So if you moving in the spirit of Yahushua, they want to persecute you. And the top forerunner really for that is Edom. He wanted to persecute Yahushua, man. Try to make it seem like he did. Pilate try to wash his hands and do nah, nigga. You was for it. But yeah, Lord willing, because that's meaning persecution, man. Hostile in the Greek. What did Greek say? Let's go back to it. Diako. So in the Greek, diako, it pretty much means to be hostile, harass. You know what I'm saying? Come against pretty much. It's like you, my bad, like you. Exactly. Persecute, to be mistreated, all type of stuff like that. They're gonna do that. And why? Because he's just gonna paint this picture on us. It's gonna make us look like, you know what I'm saying? Look like we got it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lord willing, this is edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Abushai. Feed you lemon chiefs of Yahweh Bahashem Abushai. I want to end by saying, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Abushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule. And may peace and blessing be upon the elect, hopeful elect. To y'all, I'm going to say shalom.